biggest lie that society has told you is that money doesn't buy happiness. Of course it does. I mean, what can you do without money? The world runs on money. Money goes hand in hand with everything else you do in life. Without clothes that make you feel comfortable, how are you going to feel content with yourself when walking out in public? Without the house you want, living in a awful flat or any form of housing, with the equipment to which you're incontent with, how are you going to feel good about that? With the lack of money to afford healthy foods, and instead are forced to purchase processed foods from society, you don't have the money to afford organic foods, which are relatively more healthy than the regular food in which society gives us. And as we know, in which return can significantly affect our brains. The food we eat, it affects the way we think. And so, when it's like that, how can you not feel happy? I remember telling you guys a while back that fitness and finance, they go hand in hand. And as they do go hand in hand. Can't be jacked and in shape at the same time, because you need the good proteins to build the frame, and you need your money to purchase a gym membership, for example. You want to retire your family, right? You want to protect and provide for your family because you have the burning desire as a masculine man, as you should be, and as all men should. I do. And I know you do. I know you definitely do. You definitely have that desire because you're watching this video. You're a future outlier after all. And so we naturally have that burning innate, primal desire to want to protect and provide for the family. You need money for that, don't you? You can't do that by yourself. Absolutely not. You want to look the best you physically can. That requires gym. You need a gym membership. That also requires money. You want to travel to the most beautiful places in the world. That requires money also. You want to go on a date. You want to attract the woman you want. That requires money. Now, I'm not saying that money is everything. It isn't. But money is a fundamental need in everyone's life in general. It's a fundamental need in a man's life. You can't really feel a man, truly feel as a man until you gain your own income. Because I don't. I'm currently unemployed. But in the name of Jesus, I will get a job this year. And I'll let you guys know that I truly feel like a man. Hopefully in a few months, or even next month, in the next few coming days. Now, where was I? So money buys happiness. And what I think, so money buys happiness. And what I think society has done, and celebrities have done really well, is to try to convince the poor people that money doesn't buy you happiness. And I fell into this trap myself, guys, one time. A few times, in fact, for the past few years. I've always seen these celebrities say, "Hey, money doesn't buy happiness. Oh, I'm still depressed. I'm still miserable." And I just think to myself, as a broke person myself, as a person with little to no money, living in poverty, as you guys, assuming you guys are watching this video, you're probably in the same circumstances as me, we're in poverty and whatnot. We have big dreams and we're trying to make names for ourselves. It isn't easy, but we will get there, and I promise you that. So long as you stick on to self-improvement. Back to the topic. Continuing to what I was saying, I fell into this trap, and I tend to always cope and make excuses. I put this limiting belief in which society is ingrained onto all of us. The education system does the same thing as well. They don't want you to dream big and aim for the top. Rather, they want you to be a slave worker and work for them in the matrix. To which you'll probably never achieve financial freedom. And they make a promise that by 60, you just might become a millionaire. Just might. It's very unlikely. I don't know about you, but I can't always believe in the matrix. The past 3 years have proven that pretty well. with the coronavirus going on, the pandemic, the UK economy increasing due to the war in Ukraine, it's harder to collect oil, the electricity bills are skyrocketing. And you just see your family suffer with the bills, stressed out, because we don't have enough money to pay for our families. We feel a sense of powerlessness, and we have that burning desire within us to really help. Sometimes being in poverty, no, it is. Being in poverty is a blessing in disguise. I'm 17 years old right now, and we've been in poverty for, well, let's just say I've experienced poverty for 17 years, right? And so when you get to a point in life where you're just sick and tired of being broke. I've gone to that point 3 years ago, and till last year, but mainly this year, is when I really started going like, okay, how can I make money? How can I boost my wealth, become extremely wealthy? And so I've been so consistent with my channel. I'm posting every single day, searching for jobs, which I don't enjoy. I hate. I prefer to work with myself, but I just gotta be patient, and I'm starting from the bottom here. So, like I said, guys, it's a blessing in disguise to be from poverty, because when you reach the top, your mind matures because you understand the struggle. You're able to sympathize with other people who are in your shoes, and you can be the light unto them, the hope. I can't do that right now since I'm broke. I don't have my own job as of now, unemployed. But it will be nice and very interesting to watch this 10, 15, 20 years from now. When I am successful, and that's inevitable, so long as I live, and put in the work. It would be nice to look back, and it'd be nice to see all the other people who see the success of that current point, rather than putting me on a pedestal, because as I told you guys, it's very sinful to put people on pedestals. Even myself, you should never put someone on a pedestal, no matter how great their success. Rather than that, we should admire them and look up to them, aspire to be more like them. Of course, not completely, but take some characteristics to which you like about them to mold yourself into becoming the ideal version of you, the better version of you. But like I was saying, to the people who see my success in the future, I'm making these type of videos to understand that I'm not special. I've only gotten to that position that I am now because I'm putting the work in. I've put the work in. It's a bit weird to say this because I haven't accomplished it yet, but it will make sense 15, 20 years from now when I'm already successful. That's why I'm just saying it as if, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, money buys happiness, guys. It results in happiness, money, right? But I wouldn't say money in itself defines your happiness. Because back as a kid, I was already happy, naturally. And even broke. I'm still broke right now. I'm still happy. I'm blessed. I live in the UK. I live in England. I have the ability to work. Not many people have the ability to work, unfortunately, in third world countries. I'm in the UK. I'm in the peaceful part of the UK. I'm in Hackney. Not many knife crime happens. And it's unfortunate that happens in some other boroughs such as Brixton, Peckham, Tottenham. Very unfortunate. And I pray that it stops eventually, but I'm just fortunate that I can live in a place where I don't get into trouble. I'm fortunate that I'm in a country that has the opportunity to even give me education. As much as I hate school, I'm grateful that I speak English, which is kind of a flex, having English as my native language, because England is actually the most popular language in the world. Obviously due to its past histories of it taking over other countries and whatnot. So I just find it really awesome that English is my first accent. So if my first language is French or Spanish, I know for a fact I'd be saying, oh man, I really want to learn English fluently. it's just my native. I can just speak it fluently like this. I think I'm Sai Tanjin. Sai Tanjin. How do you say that? Sai Tanjin? Better to me. So yeah, I think money just makes everything in your life easier. You know, like I said earlier, you can't be in shape and broke, because if you have the money, you'll have the money to buy ingredients for your book, gym equipment. Like me, for example, I told you guys, I have ambitions of being one of the greatest boxers in my generation. Obviously, as a boxer, your aim should be the number one, and you should believe you're the best. I believe I'm the best. And so, I need a boxing gym to afford, and that costs money. I do have patience, hence why I train every single day at home. But eventually, there's going to have to come a point where I'm going to have to spar people in a boxing gym. Unfortunately, I don't have money right now, but I'm blessed with friends who I can spar with. But it would be nice to be in that boxing environment, since with the history of all the other boxers in the past, that seems to be how it works. Same with a gym membership, you know. I've been working extremely hard for 3 years, but it'd be nice to access the gym equipment in the gym to enhance my fitness. Men must work, and money plays a factor, a significant factor. You know, there's nothing wrong with making money, guys. You see, all the people who hate on you for selling products and whatnot, obviously don't. What's the word? What's that word? What's the word when sell out? Don't sell yourself out. If you're gonna sell a product, make sure you actually sell the product. But a lot of people tend to hate on you for selling products, and it just stems from their own insecurity. So you really shouldn't let that bother you, because they're probably depressed and they want to be in your position. So it's very stupid to put yourself down because of that. Sell. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with creating money so you can protect and provide for your family, so that they can all live in a better life. There's nothing wrong with that. Ingrain that in your heads. Say it with me. There is nothing wrong with making money. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. Money is extremely valuable. And going back to what I said earlier, money buys happiness. I did say yes. It does. But it doesn't solely buy your happiness, because when you're born, you know, our babies are naturally happy, right? They're not aware that they have money, right? They're just naturally happy, and then you grow up naturally happy, as did I, as did you, assuming, and also in our teenage years. I think that money amplifies our happiness. We feel more masculine, more fulfilled, and purposeful. It's like we're reaching our primal innate desire to protect and provide for our families, as it should be. Men must work. And guys, when me and you make that first check, and this is to the people who haven't worked yet, when me and you make that first check, not handed from our parents, but through hard work and labor, it's going to be a different type of happiness, man. But yeah, money amplifies your happiness. It's valuable. You need money. But it's best to start off without money, and it's going to suck, I'm telling you. You're going to get to a point where it just sucks, and you just really got to make the money. It matures you. It teaches you that you can't just get handed everything. If you want it, you got to go get it. You know, it gives you that type of mentality, and I love that. After being broke for 17 years and still broke, I love that. Because now I'm so mature, so much more mature when it comes to money now. Just the fact of it, I'm not spoiled. I remember 10, 11 years ago, I think I was 5 or 6, probably at 2010, 2011 times. It was probably 2011. So, age 5, right? I wanted my mom to buy me something. She shows me the coins. She didn't have enough. And I just cried on the floor. Like a little brat. Then I look back and it's like, flares. Because if that happened now, I just go like, understandable. We move on. See how money matures you guys? Like I told you guys, fitness and wealth are the rarities and the fundamentals for a good married life, in my opinion. We're working towards that. This video was just to reiterate the importance of money. Money is extremely valuable, and it's a beautiful thing. Let's spend our money wisely and invest in ourselves to get a better life. I really appreciate you taking your time to watch this video. Continue smashing on your self-improvement journey. On the path to the top.